Today, I'm diving deep into Japan's most iconic sport. Join me for my first live sumo tournament in Tokyo and visit the temple where sumo first began, eat Mongolian food that feeds some of the best wrestlers on the planet, and experience everything that Ryogoku Kokugikan has to offer. Tickets are hard to get, but I'll show you how. So let's go do sumo this and sumo that. Our day starts at Ekoin Temple, built in 1657, and it's just a 3-minute walk from JR Ryogoku Station. We see this lady with her chihuahua bowing at the gate, and inside we'll find out why. The bright red gate teleports you straight into a calm bamboo grove. Instant zen. On the left is the Chikarazuka, or the Mound of Strength, a massive stone dedicated in 1938 to honor Ekoin as the original site of sumo tournaments held here from 1768 until Kokugikan opened in 1909. Aspiring wrestlers still come here to pray for strength, grit, and luck. Ekoin is more than a sumo landmark. It's a true community temple that reflects the Shitamachi spirit, or the heart of old downtown Tokyo. A small memorial tower honors the victims of the Meiriki fire of 1657, a devastating blaze that destroyed 2/3 of Edo and claimed over 100,000 lives. The temple is very much of a working place of worship where families visit to honor their ancestors, and therefore some areas are respectfully off limits. A fun detail here is that the shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu loved cats, and his beloved feline is buried here. So keep an eye out on cat motifs around the grounds. It's also become a temple to honor deceased pets, and the lady that we saw at the gate, I saw her praying with her dog here. Next, we head into Kokugikan, but first, the peripheral fun. Outside the arena, vendors sell used kimono parts, handmade bags, and quirky trinkets. Near the wrestler's entrance, fans line up hoping for a glimpse. The crowd is nothing like a pop concert. Think older men, women from their 30s to 70s, but the energy feels the same. Ticket holders enter through a separate gate. Inside, tea vendors have booths lining up both sides of the arena. Some premium tickets are actually sold through tea companies, with attendants who guide you to your seat and take your drink orders. Yes, sumo has its own version of corporate hospitality. The arena is divided into 4 sections. The shomen, which is the front, has the best view. The back seats have views that are slightly blocked by the referees. And there's the east and the west side. We had mid-level B seats, and honestly, they were fantastic. Down on the floor, these are the box seats. There are 4 people on cushions sitting cross-legged the entire time. It's a little cozy, but apparently you could see the facial expressions up close, so that's officially on my bucket list. And there are the ringside VIP seats if you're curious, but they're not for ordinary peeps, just geishas and other politicians and royalty. Matches start in the mornings with the junior ranks going first. They are earnest, nervous, and very raw. Not so much power, the techniques are simple, but then comes the Makuuchi, the grand sumo matches. And wow, what you see on TV screens does not prepare you for this. When 2 wrestlers are locked up, you can see their muscles shake as they strain against each other. The seconds stretch on forever. Then there are the mind games, lots of rituals, salt throwing, stares down, And sometimes strategy beats out strength. We saw one perfect fake to the side that ended with the charging wrestler stumbling flat. We all gasped. Then other bouts are pure chaos, attacks, blocks, counters launched until a final boom crash decides the winner. While the junior matches rolled on, people explored Kokugikan itself. The Sumo Museum, though, pretty disappointing. Sumo is so popular, the association doesn't really need to bother explaining what it is. When there's no tournament, the museum is free to enter, but I find that being inside Kokugikan is more impressive than what's on display in the museum. Oddly, the most interesting display was the announcer's outfit, and the trophies in the display case, massive and impressive. The shops, opened only during the tournaments, are great. There are tons of affordable souvenirs, and as a compulsive shopper, I ended up getting my friend in Odessa, Ukraine, a towel and a fan featuring Aonishki, the exciting young Ukrainian rising star of sumo. Next, let's talk food because obviously, I'm a foodie, and full disclosure is that I spent more time researching what to eat at Kokugikan than learning the wrestler names. Around 3 p.m., I lined up for their famous Chanko, and the 10-minute wait was totally reasonable compared to early on in the day. The famous Chanko was a hearty, well-seasoned bowl of comfort. There was plenty of meat, vegetables, and a rich soy sauce and curry broth. I'm really glad I tried this. The famous yakitori didn't have a fresh from the charcoal kind of taste. And after wandering the other concession stands, I couldn't wait 30 minutes in line for mediocre ice cream or pay double for supermarket sushi. Since I already knew the food here would be subpar, I made better eating plans. To pay respect to Mongolian sumo wrestlers, I headed to Ulaanbaatar, a small restaurant owned by a former rikishi. And wow, the food here was incredible. But first, let's talk about Mongolia's role in modern sumo. About 25% of the top two divisions, roughly 20 out of 70 wrestlers, are now Mongolian born. The winningest sumo wrestler all-time, Hakuho, is Mongolian, and Asashoryu, in his prime, one of the most dominant rikishi, is also Mongolian. Today, we'll be seeing the current top-ranked Yokozuna, Hoshoryu, who is Asashoryu's nephew. But enough talking, let's eat. Ulaanbaatar is about a 5-minute walk from Ryogoku station. We don't really know how far the owner made it in his sumo, but boy, can his family cook. My friend Angie, who's Mongolian, says this is her favorite place in Tokyo for home-style Mongolian food. We had the yummiest fried dumplings. They were juicy and flavorful and just, amazing. And to top that was the aromatic and flavorful lamb meatball soup. We also drank sea buckthorn juice. Just what is sea buckthorn? I had to ask that too, and even got Angie to spell it out for Google. Well, it's a super healthy fruit, but personally I loved its tartness and refreshing taste. The boiled beef we had an amazing sauce, and we shared a plate of pickled cucumbers and steamed dumplings. To me, this meal is worth a trip to Ryogoku alone, but only if you like lamb. After eating, we headed back to Kokugikan for the main event. The first tip is to remember to get a program. It's essential. It tells you who's fighting who, how they are doing in the tournament, and it helps you follow the drama. Wrestlers enter either from the east or the west side wearing different colored mawashi belts. So once you know who is who from their belt colors, it's easy to track them. Abi's bout was a standout because he was the only undefeated wrestler at that point. On the other end, you find yourself rooting for Uda, who hadn't won a single match at that point. Sumo gives you lots of ways to stay emotionally invested. And of course, we had to cheer for Hoshoryu, and wow, was that a match. It ended with an inquiry, a rematch, and Hoshoryu winning while bleeding. Can you believe the absolute drama we witnessed? Then there is Aonishiki Arata, the most talked about sumo wrestler right now. And yes, I shamelessly jumped on that bandwagon. The blue-eyed Ukrainian refugee was taken in by a Japanese university sumo wrestler when they met at the World Championships. His skill, grit, and determination have completely won over Japan. The trickiest part of all this is getting the tickets. Watching a sumo tournament is not a last-minute decision. It takes planning ahead. You have to check the tournament dates early to see whether it matches your travel plans. You also need to sign up for the fan club if you want to buy directly from the Sumo Association. Free memberships put you low on the priority list to buy tickets, but still before open ticket sales begin. Full disclosure is I got my ticket from a well-connected friend, but personally I would be happy to buy from the well-reputed Buy Sumo Ticket website, which a lot of people do. You have to pre-order months in advance though, except the extra surcharge, but honestly, I think it's worth it. And apply early because the sooner you make your request, the better your chances are of getting the best seats in that category you choose. If possible, choose showman seats. Either request Arena S seats or Box B if I'm in a group of 4. You can't make it during the tournament dates or can't get tickets, Ryogoku still has plenty of sumo fun. My sumo watching day turned out to be so much more than I expected. From quiet temples and incredible food to mind-blowing matches inside Kokugikan, Ryogoku completely won me over. If you love culture, food, great live sports, sumo is absolutely worth it. Thanks for coming along with me, and now go out and do a little sumo this and sumo that of your own. Thanks for watching.